The president of the Illinois Business Alliance is going to spend some time with us. His name is Jared Carl. Jared, good morning.
Good morning, Riley. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you on. How's everything going this morning?
Oh, well, it's going all right. It's an interesting time to be an advocate for the small businesses in Illinois.
Yes, and arguably maybe the best time or the most needed time for those businesses to have that advocacy. Right. This is really tough and continuing to get tougher. You guys issued a statement on March the 19th asking Governor Pritzker and the Illinois General Assembly to pull the graduated income tax proposal off the ballot. Give me some background.
Yeah, well, as everyone knows, businesses have been, non-essential businesses have been shut down for the last 5 weeks. And now Governor Pritzker has extended that stay-at-home order for the next 4. So, businesses are going to go 9 to 10 weeks having been shut down. And even those essential businesses that remain open have been at reduced capacity. And yet the governor still thinks it's a good time to raise taxes on businesses. That's what his fair tax proposal does. And, small businesses, especially right now, are getting decimated by the closure. And the fair tax would make it even worse. So that's why we've called on the governor and the General Assembly to remove the tax increase on businesses from the ballot.
I remember talking with someone from Illinois Policy who broke down a lot of this, and this is all pre-COVID-19 pandemic, but basically saying this was bad business when everything was moving along, as it normally did. Now that we find ourselves in this is even a worse piece of business.
That's right. Governor Pritzker likes to say that, now more than ever we need the fair tax. And my response to him would be, now more than ever, people need jobs. There are over 750,000 people as a result of the coronavirus collecting unemployment in Illinois. And we need to make sure that there are jobs waiting for them when the economy reopens and the state begins to recover. We shouldn't tax businesses out of existence. We need to make it easier for businesses to recover and for people to rebuild their lives. And, Pritzker and lawmakers should do everything possible to help entrepreneurs and job creators and unleash the engines of our economy right now. We need public policy that encourages business investment and job creation in Illinois. And that's not going to happen by raising taxes on businesses. Raising taxes would just make this situation even worse.
We're spending some time with the president of the Illinois Business Alliance, Jared Carl. You know what you just said, Jared? We could have broken that out and played that back a year ago. With no COVID-19 being part of this at all, you'd have to look hard to find a state that is less job-friendly, less entrepreneurial-friendly than Illinois already was.
That's right. At the beginning of the year, I saw a study that said that Illinois was 46th, ranked 46th in the nation in terms of economic performance, and the economic outlook was 48th. For a decade now, businesses and people have been leaving Illinois. And, the government seems to think the solution to everything is just to give government more money. It's led to a high tax environment that drives away businesses and it drives away jobs. And it's time for lawmakers, in our view, to take a new approach. We should set the goal of making Illinois a destination state, a state that people and businesses want to move to rather than flee from. Could you imagine, instead of businesses going from Illinois to Wisconsin, businesses started coming to Illinois from Wisconsin? That would be a game changer.
It would be a game changer because we've led the Midwest in outbound migration for at least the past 5 years. And it isn't necessarily people, we're retiring, we're headed to the Sun Belt, where you want to go someplace, we're tired of snow. No, you're finding them relocating just over the border.
That's right. And, Governor Pritzker has liked to say that, this tax increase would 97% of people's taxes wouldn't go up. But that it's not about what the 3% can afford. It's about what the middle class can afford. A tax increase on businesses right now would continue to hurt the middle class. It would continue to drive businesses out of the state. It would make it harder for businesses to create jobs and expand and hire new employees at a time when people need jobs more than ever. A tax increase would mean fewer jobs are available for the Illinoisans who are going to have to put their lives back together after this crisis. How are Illinoisans supposed to rebuild their lives if jobs aren't available? So that's why Pritzker and lawmakers need to do everything possible to encourage business investment in Illinois, to encourage job creation. And they can start by just eliminating the threat of a tax increase. Remember, we're not even talking about cutting taxes or eliminating taxes. All we're saying is you've shut businesses down for 10 weeks. It's not fair to also raise their taxes.
No, it's a double punch that is certainly not required. And when you, as an advocate for Illinois small business, obviously you've been burning up the phones, you've been burning up the email, you've been talking to people all over. What are you hearing from small businesses about what they think when this is finally behind us?
Well, obviously they're looking for the opportunity to get back to work and to rebuild their business and reinvest in their workforce. That's what businesses want. They just want to get back to doing what they do best, which is, create jobs and sell things and innovate. When businesses reopen, and even now as they plan for the future, they shouldn't have to worry about a tax increase. We should give them some sense of certainty and stability right now. That's what businesses are looking for.
You can't be the only organization that is calling upon the governor and the General Assembly to back off on this.
No, we were the first, but we've been joined by state representatives. We've been joined by the Republican Party of Illinois, the Illinois congressional delegation. Also, when John Harmon sent his letter requesting that $41 billion bailout, one of the things that they said in response to him was, well, if you want relief, you're going to have to take this tax increase off the ballot. So we were the first organization, but we've been joined by others.
How can people take part in your efforts? Is there anything we can do? I'm at your website right now, and you can become a member. You can learn a bunch of things, but is there anything the average person or average small business owner can do to help?
I would say speak up, contact your legislator. Let them know what this shutdown has meant for your business and what higher taxes would mean for your business. And, I've been calling on Governor Pritzker to do this because obviously he has been the leading cheerleader, but it's really the General Assembly that has the power to take it off the ballot, and they can do it with a simple majority vote of both chambers. So contact your legislator and tell them to take the graduated income tax amendment off the ballot.
And Jared, what we're talking about here, for people who may be just joining us or may be unclear on exactly what you're looking for, as you said yourself, you're not looking for nobody to pay taxes. You're not looking for a tax decrease. What you're looking for is stability and relief and not a potential tax increase.
No, that's right. So we're not saying cut taxes. We're not saying eliminate taxes. We're just saying, look, you're calling this the fair tax. What is fair about shutting down businesses for 10 weeks and then saying, oh, by the way, we're also going to raise your taxes? So what we're saying is just don't raise our taxes. Just let businesses recover, give them the opportunity to rebuild, give them the capital that they need to be able to reinvest in their workforce. Just don't raise their taxes right now. Have a little compassion and do the right thing.
Doesn't seem unreasonable to me. Doesn't seem unreasonable at all. ilbusinessalliance.org is where you can find out a whole lot more about Illinois Business Alliance and what they're doing. And Jared, I thank you a lot. You were supposed to be with us yesterday. We completely spaced it, and we didn't call you. That was all on our end. We appreciate you being cool about it and patient and coming on with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Robbie.
Have a terrific day. There's Jared Carl. He is the president of the Illinois Business Alliance.